We have some interesting, crazy theories from all around the world sent in by you all that's going to make us rethink every single video. Thank you, Titan, for the video.
Yeah, they joked about it, but was it really a joke? Pay attention to this.
Dang, dude.
Look at all this talent in one spot. There's Daniel Day-Lewis, there's Alan Arkin, there's Joaquin Phoenix, and you know what's interesting? All those actors I just named are part Jewish.
Oh, okay.
What about you? You got a Berg on the end of your name. Are you Jewish?
Am I Jewish? No, actually, I'm Catholic.
Wrong answer. Try again.
What?
Look, you want to work in this town, or don't you? That's interesting, Mark, because I am
You
Jewish.
heard that?
No, you're not.
I am. I was born Theodore Shapiro, and I would like to donate money to Israel and continue to work in Hollywood forever. Thank you. I am Jewish.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, well, we'll see who the idiot is when they give me my private plane at the next secret synagogue meeting.
Look, I'm not doing a sequel with you, okay? And the nominees for Best Sound Editing are...
When it comes down to it, y'all, we know who runs the world.
Thank you, Devontae, for the video.
The toaster wasn't invented to sell us toast. It was invented to sell us electricity. In the early 1900s, when electricity first entered homes, people only used it at night. During the day, the demand for electricity completely dropped, but power plants couldn't just turn off their generators. So energy companies had a problem. They were losing money generating electricity that no one was using. Their solution was to create new reasons for people to use electricity during the day. So they hired inventors, engineers, and designers to make daytime appliances.
Petty.
Like the toaster. Things that needed power that could fit into daily routine, and a simple tool that made people plug in every single morning. As back then even called electricity the servant of the home, encouraging people to electrify every part of their life. They sold the idea of a modern lifestyle that was powered by electricity. So the toaster wasn't invented because people needed toastier bread, because at the time people were doing just fine with pans. It was invented because the energy companies needed us to use their electricity. And if you think about it, that pattern never really stopped.
No,
even
it
nowadays,
hasn't.
from smartphones to smart fridges, every innovation keeps us plugged in, generating data, engagement, and profit.
Capitalism. This is the true definition of creating a problem and then selling us the solution. Thank you, Titan, for the next couple of videos.
Daylight savings will f your whole schedule.
Yes, it will.
The clock will go back 1 hour and somehow we lose 4 hours of sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up for work, it's pitch black. You get off from work, it's pitch black. There's gotta be a study or something showing that people are a little bit more depressed during daylight savings time.
No,
Ain't no
seriously.
way I'm getting off from work and the sun already beat me home. The sun clocked off before I clocked off. I'm sitting here begging the sun, can we get a little bit more sunlight, please? Just a little bit more. Just a piece of sunlight, please. 5:45, the sun already going down. Where is you in a rush to? Where do you gotta go? I woke up yesterday dazed, confused, in a cold sweat. Like, what the, why the sun out? Oh, it's daylight savings. It's just a mess, man. That sun will come up for 20 minutes, look at his clock and be like, you know what? I got somewhere to be. That's what I get for taking advantage of those 8 o'clock sundowns. Almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You miss it when it's gone.
This daylight savings is hitting like no other daylight savings. When I tell you I'm in bed now by like 7, 8 o'clock, I'm serious. And daylight savings never made sense to me on why we do this. And how does the sun know to do that? I don't know. It's just, it's so crazy when you think about it. Because how does it know on a particular day, we're going to change the time so the sun goes down? So the sun is going to go down at like 5:32 instead of it going down at like 8, 9 o'clock. I don't understand how that works. I used to love gaining an hour, but I don't know no more, because it's like when you gain an hour, it's less sunlight outside. When you lose an hour, you have more sunlight. That's why I was like, when the guy said what he said about the sun going down at 8, 9 o'clock, that's real. Now it's going down at 5:30. And then I could have swore I remembered them saying that they were going to stop doing daylight savings. And then their states, I think Arizona, if I'm not mistaken, they don't even partake in daylight savings. So we're just making stuff up at this point.
I think Jimmy Neutron has been a spy the entire time. Hear me out. I was originally making a video where I said I felt like he was the front man. Then I was reminded of the fact that there was an episode that he was a spy. I'm pretty sure he's been a spy this whole time. The reason I think so is because he's had access and government clearance to use high-level technology for forever. He's used hypnosis on his parents to make it his birthday every day. He also had that personality changer, so he was able to brain dump him and Cindy's personalities and then have Sheen, Libby, and Carl interchange the two to make sure they had each of them correct. Not only that, he had also made his dad have a change of personality. He was able to make him cooler or whatever. And then he's been contacted by aliens and has constantly had to work back and forth with the aliens. He's been a spy this entire time. He was the front man for government experiments.
Not
I
the
think
front
they were
man.
using him as a way to test the people of Retroville without having to take the fall for it. It's so much easier if you use a child. That's why they allowed him so much leeway. He kind of was able to do whatever he wants.
She makes
He
me
was
want
a
to go and
spy
watch
this
that
whole time.
again.
They just tried to pretend they recruited him, but he's been a spy. Oh my gosh.
Trump, I think, was the only president that didn't have any like relations or connections. But everybody else, like when you go down that timeline, connect. They related. Cousins, uncle, whatever the case is. But they are definitely selected and not elected. Thank you, Devontae, for the videos.
Amazon prices are fake, the sales are fake. It's all based on an algorithm to get you to spend as much money as possible. Just watch. This is Vermont cheese. I have purchased it before, so Amazon knows that I like it, and Amazon knows I prefer to buy things on sale. So what do? They tell me that the price of $3.98 is 31% off to entice me to buy it. Now, when I go on a different person's account, a family member, it says $3.98 with no sale. And this account has never purchased the item. So Amazon is just giving the normal price. But for me, it lies to me and says that the normal price is a sale.
Now, this particular more people than ever before. And most people are ignoring the early signs of colon, the #1 in young adults under 50. And rates in young adults are rising 2% every year. Over 50,000 people die from it every year, and most likely they had no symptoms.
That's
and if
crazy.
they did have symptoms, they didn't know what signs and symptoms to look for, because our body speaks to us through signs and symptoms. We just gotta know how to listen to it. So I'm gonna give you the top 5 signs of colon. Starting with #1 is changes in the bowel movements. This consists of constant diarrhea, constipation,
Really?
or feeling like you didn't fully empty the tank when you go. #2 could be blood in the stool. Blood in the stool or even on the toilet paper. Sometimes the stool may turn up black. That's probably blood in the digestive tract. #3 is abdominal pain. You're talking about cramps, bloating, or even discomfort that just won't go away. #4 is drastic unexplained weight loss. #5 is feeling drained or weak, fatigue for no absolute reason. The biggest advice is go get tested and begin to change your eating. Nobody who dies from colon can say, I wish I would've. It's no such thing. So you might as well do it while you're alive. Shalom.
My family over at Rapha Roots, you guys are not new to them. Make sure to go check them out. The link is in the description down below. Again, the website is www.therapharoots.com. Make sure to use my discount code to save yourself some money, because I heard a little birdie told me that they're having not only a Black Friday sale, but a Cyber Monday sale as well. And I know this video was particularly about colon, and I wanted to mention that they actually do have a colon herb on the website called Colon Ease, and it's to soothe your gut for enhanced digestive health and comfort. But not only just that, they have a whole bunch of other supplements along with skin cares and development. You can book consultations, you can contact them. So basically they're a one-stop shop for everything. So again, they're having a Black Friday sale and a Cyber Monday sale. So make sure to check it out, but also use my discount code to get extra money off of already the Black Friday sale and the Cyber Monday sale.
Among whites here in America, the political teams are no longer divided into Democrats and Republicans. The whites who are now struggling for control of the American political throne are divided into liberal and conservative camps. The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism. In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, The white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leaders, who sell our people out for a few crumbs of token recognition, token gains, token progress.
When it comes to policing, Japan thinks small. This is a police station, and so is this. They're called kobans, and there are over 6,000 of them across Japan, each serving an area as small as a few city blocks. Police at kobans respond to incidents, care for lost children, give directions, and even restaurant recommendations. Twice a year, they visit every single home and business in their jurisdiction, gathering info around special needs and emergency contacts. They also operate perhaps the most effective lost and found in the world. Kobans go back 150 years in Japan, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised that some have been designed by famous architects. They're like the disciplinary analog to the Tokyo toilets from Perfect Days. But I am surprised. Toilets and kobans, they're tiny buildings with humble functions. Most governments prefer building at a monumental scale. Ballrooms, convention centers, courthouses. And I get it, I don't see Andrew Cuomo naming a public toilet after his dad. This is a demonstration of values, that it's important for the Japanese state to be helpful, and for their police to be approachable. In Tokyo, that approachability is further emphasized by Pippo-kun, the cartoon mascot of the Tokyo police. Actually, all 47 prefectural police departments have their own mascot, each more kawaii than the last. They make for an interesting contrast to American law enforcement's obsession with the Punisher skull. Punisher is also a cartoon character, but he's one who commits extrajudicial killings and torture. It portrays the police less as members of the community than as an occupying army, and in fact was originally used by American soldiers in Iraq. American police don't really emphasize approachability, or even accessibility. Here in LA, my community police station is a whopping 6 miles away, and while its unique facade is kind of Koban-like, upon closer inspection it's covered in spikes and greets the homes next door with a solid cinder block wall. It's funny, the LAPD actually built a Koban here at the Grove. I visited on a busy Sunday, and it was empty, aside from a framed poem I didn't really understand. I asked a Grove employee how long it had been unmanned, and they said, I think since it was built. Of course, the US is not Japan. Maybe kobans can't work here. Our cities are more spread out. Our crime rates are higher. We have 120 guns for every 100 people. Japan has 0.3. These aesthetics, these choices, in both countries, they respond to that reality. And they also reinforce it.
Nice video.
So y'all don't think we live in a simulation? Have y'all seen this yet, y'all? So why is this the first time they are going to the moon?
I want to bridge. This is going to be an odd answer. It might land wrong, but I'm going to try anyway. This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. Like, we should, as humanity,
what do you mean by that?
We should take a brief moment to go, that's awesome.
As humanity, we all should take a brief moment to come together and say, wow, that is awesome. So what have y'all been doing all this time with our money and everything like this? It's not like we actually
been training underwater,
but like, where's our money?
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
Oh, really?
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons and exploration reasons, and then
That is former NASA astronaut Don Pettit literally telling you guys that they destroyed the technology to go back to the moon a long time ago. So what has been happening between a long time ago and right now when they're telling you they're finally about to send human beings to space? Y'all gonna find out what your reality really is, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue.
Victor, Christina, Jeremy, we're going to the moon.
I got laid off from my job at CBS, and every producer on my team who got laid off is a person of color. Every person who gets to stay and will be relocated within the company is a white person.
A big reason why we've seen a drop off in race pride is because the American African, we're the only group in the country whose youth can't come to us for the resources they need. If I'm Chinese, I can go to the Chinese community for a job. If I'm Jewish, I can go to the Jewish community for a scholarship. You see that? If I'm an East Indian and I need a place to live, I can go to my own community. When the last time you seen a homeless Chinese person? When the last time you seen a homeless East Indian? You don't, because the community will not allow it. You see that? Our solution is the community. We got to get back to it. Everything we need is in the community. The reason we losing is we're practicing Caucasian individualism without the resources the Caucasian has. It's okay for the Caucasian to practice individualism. You want to know why? When he go to Wells Fargo, he gonna get that business loan. When he go to Chase Manhattan, he gonna get that school loan. They can be individual because they got access to resources. We don't have access to systemic resources, so we have to make them. We have to move out together. Individualism is suffocating the progress of Black America. United we stand, divided we fall. What does Stokely Carmichael say? Kwame Ture. If you organize a little, you get a little done. If you organize some, you get some done. But if you don't organize at all, you don't get anything done. Marcus Garvey said the greatest weapon used against the Negro is what? Disorganization. We refuse to cooperate with each other because we have lost faith in our ability to overcome the machine. Most of us will not admit it, but I would argue 75% of the American African people do not believe we can overcome white supremacy. So they have reduced their entire life to surviving the oppressor.
You know why you're not going to see this on mainstream media? Because this will let you know that it's possible. The whole of Italy is shut down. What are you going to do when the whole country goes on strike? What are you gonna do? Take a leaf from Italy's book.
What's going on out there?
It's us against them. And there's more of us. If we stop paying bills and stop paying taxes and stop following their rules, what are you gonna do? Italy, I'm proud of you. You've stuck together and you kept it strong. So for the people that don't know, Italy are protesting on behalf of Gaza. They're saying that the Italian government have been supporting Israel, and it's wrong. See, America, England, any country that claims that they're trying to help and make the world a better place, sometimes you have to take a stance, and sometimes you have to fight.
The #1 offender, biological fathers. This is over the last 30 days, and every red dot on that map is at least one unique IP address of individuals downloading, sharing, distributing child abuse and images under the age of 12. And there's over 111,000 of them just in the US of the last 30 days. Sean, it's right here in our backyard. 55 to 85% are also hands-on offenders, and your average offender has 13 victims in their lifetime. You know, one of our hearts is to get the Renewed Hope Act passed through Congress. Right now, in victim identification officers at C3, there's 7 of them.
There's how many?
7. When we go back to those 50,000 boys and girls that are unknown in the ICSA database that we were talking about before, out of those 57,000, over 3,000 of them were infants or toddlers.
Oh, man.
And then we get into the fight against live streaming. And do you know the #1 payer of live stream of boys and girls around the world?
US.
US. And in peer-to-peer sharing, we're 3rd. China, Russia, America. Sorry, I do get fired up about it.
I do too, man.
Because America was founded as a religious colony, and everyone needed to read the Bible, so they needed places to study the Bible. And so they founded Harvard, and then Yale, and then Princeton. Okay? But over time, as America became more wealthy, it became also less religious. And so the Ivy League became social clubs. And what I mean by that is, these were just places where the rich of America went to become friends. Okay? It was to build cohesion, right? And remember, we discussed the idea of cohesion, where if you commit transgression, you become more cohesive. So these guys did not study. They drank, they dressed up like girls, they had wild parties, they played football, they took risks. Okay? And they became good friends, and they went on to become the leaders of America. As America became much more diverse, much bigger, and much more wealthy, it recognized that it needed to educate its population. And so it started state schools, okay? State schools. What we call A&M, okay? You may have heard the term Texas A&M, okay? It means Texas Agricultural and Mechanical. The reason why was these schools were built to train farmers, engineers, and soldiers, okay? Tradespeople, in order to help grow the American economy. Now, and this system was extremely successful. America was able to industrialize really, really quickly. And most people went to these schools. Only the rich would go to the Ivy League because they were country clubs or social clubs. Over time, America, as it began to industrialize more and more, it recognized that it needed science and technology. So it basically copied the best universities in Germany. And Germany was at this time the main center of science and technology in the world. And so they built something called research universities. Okay? And a couple of the first research universities were Chicago University, the University of Chicago, and Johns Hopkins. Okay?
This is interesting.
So in the about 1900, you have this system, okay, of state schools where most people went. If you're a poor person, you go to learn a trade, and then you go and get a good job and make good money. If you wanted to be a professor or scientist, you went to these research universities. If you were rich, you went to these social clubs called the Ivy League. And quite honestly, it was a really good system. And America should have stayed with this system.
Now all the schools are just indoctrinating children to create workers and not thinkers. They made brainwash centers.
Throughout the years, Disney Channel has always copied Nickelodeon. In 2004, Nickelodeon premiered a brand new sitcom starring two stepbrothers that immediately became a hit for the network. In response to the craze of Drake and Josh, Disney Channel decided to create their own brother sitcom in the following year, starring two real-life twin brothers. Right after Drake and Josh came to an end, Nickelodeon decided to give Miranda Cosgrove the lead to her own show. Since iCarly quickly became one of the most popular shows on cable television, 2 years later, Disney Channel decided to copy Nickelodeon's homework yet again by creating a sitcom starring emerging Disney star Demi Lovato that was also a show within a show. At that point, Nickelodeon was officially fed up with Disney, causing Dan Schneider and the writers of iCarly to drop the biggest diss on Disney Channel. In this episode, the Dingo Channel was stealing all of iCarly's ideas, so Carly, Sam, Freddie, and Spencer made their way to the Dingo headquarters. While Carly and Sam were confronting the writers of the Dingo Channel, Freddie and Spencer were off searching for the frozen head of the creator of the Dingo Channel, which is a direct reference to the urban legend of Walt Disney's body currently being cryogenically frozen.
I didn't even notice
to say
that.
The least, Disney did not like this. In response to Nickelodeon perpetuating this ugly false narrative, Disney went into production for an animated film titled Frozen right after this episode of iCarly aired. Not only did Frozen become a massive property for Disney, most importantly, it eliminated a lot of the Google search results related to Walt Disney's frozen body. While Disney was creating their massive response to Nickelodeon, they decided to take yet another page out of Nickelodeon's book by creating their own kids sketch comedy show that was very similar to all that. So in the years following, Nickelodeon decided to give Disney Channel a taste of their own medicine by producing superhero shows like Henry Danger and the Thundermans as a response to Disney's successful superhero shows. Disney was like, no hard feelings, we'll just copy you guys right back.
I'm Carly. I'm Sam. And this is iCarly. I'm Paige. I'm Perkyy. And we're Bizarre Bar.
To make matters even worse for Nickelodeon around this time, they were forced to close the doors at Nickelodeon Hotel in Orlando, Florida that just so happened to be 5 minutes down the road from Disney World, due to the hotel being filthy, overpriced, and looking nothing like it did in the commercials. If you're still unsure who won the war between Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, I think the 2024 release of Quiet on Set might have the answer to that question.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a Nickelodeon girly, and it was stuff that was said in the comment section, and I want to know if it's true because I think I agree with it, but I want to hear from y'all. So they were saying Nickelodeon had the way better shows, but Disney had better movies. Do y'all agree or do y'all disagree? Let me know.
Been working on AI safety for 2 decades at least.
Yeah. I was convinced we can make safe AI, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized it's not something we can actually do.
You have made a series of predictions about a variety of different dates. So what is your prediction for 2027?
In 2 years, the capability to replace most humans in most occupations will come very quickly. I mean, in 5 years, we're looking at a world where we have levels of unemployment we've never seen before. Not talking about 10%, but 99%.
Oh, wow.
And that's without superintelligence. A system smarter than all humans in all domains. So it would be better than us at making new AI. But it's worse than that. We don't know how to make them safe. And yet we still have the smartest people in the world competing to win the race to superintelligence.
But what do you make of people like Sam Altman's journey with AI?
So a decade ago, we published guardrails for how to do AI right. They violated every single one. And he's gambling 8 billion lives on getting richer and more powerful. So I guess some people want to go to Mars, others want to control the universe. But it doesn't matter who builds it. The moment you switch to superintelligence, we will most likely regret it terribly.
And then by 2045...
Now this is where it gets interesting.
Dr. Roman Yampolsky. Let's talk about simulation theory.
I think we are in one. And there is a lot of agreement on this, and this is what you should be doing in it, so we don't shut it down. First...
Okay, so the Huntingdon train event, let's talk about it. Now, that train left Doncaster, which is in South Yorkshire. For anybody that's unsure, or just doesn't believe what I say, Doncaster is a city in South Yorkshire, England. Here's something that I've only just learned though. Leeds railway station exercise, date September 2024. Agencies involved, West Yorkshire Police. Don't forget, we've just been speaking about Doncaster, which is South Yorkshire, so it's literally in the same place, just south. So, West Yorkshire Police, British Transport Police, Counter-Terrorism Policing North East, Fire and Ambulance Service, Network Rail, train companies and Leeds City Council. Scenario, a two-part simulated attack in a vehicle attack on pedestrians outside of the train station and an incident with bladed weapons causing multiple casualties inside the station. Bro, tell me that this is just a coincidence. I dare ya.
My first time hearing about this, so I don't know what's going on, but I was looking at the comment section and they were saying that this is crisis actors. They always are. It's to frighten the public into getting digital IDs. They said that there's no coincidences. I don't even know what this is talking about. I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm a little lost.
So the attacker has been named and charged with 10 counts of attempted murder. His name is Anthony Williams from Peterborough. 32-year-old male. Also a previous attempted murder from the 1st of November where he went onto a train station and attacked another member of public. There's been reports that he walked into Barbers in Peterborough and it was reported to police that there was like an unstable man.
Yeah,
I'm just
know
baffled
any
that this
information about this.
continues
This is
to
new.
just happen over and over and over again in this country. It is crazy. I'm glad that everyone on the train is okay. But yeah, Anthony Williams, a 32-year-old male from Peterborough, has been arrested and charged with 10 counts of murder. I mean, I have got my DP arriving from Amazon today to carry everywhere with me where I go now because my backache is suddenly terrible, in need of spray at any point. It's crazy that we live in a world where we've got to think like this. And yeah, the UK seems to be a bit of a crazy place to live at the moment, let's say that.
Y'all, I'm just getting videos on this because I'm like, I was so lost. I didn't know what they was talking about, what was going on, but I understand. I be out the loop.
Just bring you some breaking news now from LNER. They have paid tribute to its staff member Samir Zitouni, who remains in hospital after Saturday's mass stabbings on a train in Cambridgeshire. In a statement, they said, in a moment of crisis, Sam did not hesitate as he stepped forward to protect those around him. Police are now investigating whether the suspect, 32-year-old Anthony Williams, charged on 11 counts of murder,
it's 11, it was 10 in the
is
last
linked to
video.
3 other knife incidents in Peterborough and London. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has praised police and first responders, while his Home Secretary has also commended the heroic actions of some staff, including the train's driver, Andrew Johnson, and the now named Samir Zitouni.
Everybody want to know how to break the loop, but you can't break what you still believe is real.
Ooh.
The system only exists because your mind fuels it. You go to work, you pay bills, you follow routines. You feed the loop energy every day. But I'm gonna share with you how you break the loop. Step 1, unplug from the illusion. Stop believing everything you've been told. Stop reacting and start observing. When you stop reacting to the program, they programs can't run on you. Step 2, meditate, pray, breathe, be still with yourself, with you, because you can't hear truth and noise. When your soul gets quiet, it start remembering that time isn't real. It's just frequency and you control it. Step 3, use their financial system to free yourself from it. Stack your money. Invest it, multiply it, turn their currency into your tool, not your leash.
That's
when
a
your
word.
money works for you, you stop being their battery. Breaking the loop ain't about fighting the system. It's about starving that. When your mind, your soul, and your money move different, the loop loses power over you. And that's when you stop reloading and start rewriting.
That's a powerful video to end on. I like what he said. Towards the end, the rewiring part, that's when you stop reloading and start rewriting. Because basically you're going in this loop. You're going in this loop that just won't stop because you're just, it's like it's Gilgal. But once you reload and you rewrite, you break out that loop. It's just a deep video to think about because it really is this. Like this, oh my gosh. That's why they control this here first, because it starts in the mind and then the action. So if they get this, they get this. If they can't get this, then they can't get this. It's just such a deep quote. It's just something to really like reflect on. Shout out to everyone that dropped in videos. I was giving out everyone a shout out. I think Mike, you're the only one I didn't say shout out to you. So Mike, thank you, because it was one video that you dropped in here. So I do appreciate you. But for those that want their video featured on here along with the shout out, all you have to do is join the Discord. The link is in the description down below. I have a threads called Conspiracy Theories Reactions. That's where you'll go and drop your video. That's how I'll see it. I'll react to it and upload it. I'm not gonna lie, like that one was throwing me off. I was like, what about this thing in Huntington? I'm confused about what's going on. So I had to look up more videos and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that there was a stabbing that happened. That's something that hasn't popped up on my feed. I haven't seen anything like that. So that shows that these videos are truly up to date. I'm really been uploading and up to date with content, because I know at one point y'all like, you're uploading videos from a month, Perky. Well, now they're up to date, a little too up to date to where I don't even know what I was reacting to with that one video. I had to go and look some stuff up because I had no clue. I didn't see that on my feed, so I'm shocked that that didn't pop up, but watch it pop up today. That's how it goes. But thank y'all for the videos and just all the information I was learning, the AI and the stabbing and the Nickelodeon and Disney. I didn't even see that. I didn't. I'm like, that was kind of deep. But let me know which one was your favorite. Comment down below. I always love to see which ones like kind of woke y'all up or had y'all thinking or made y'all question reality. I love that stuff. Even the NASA stuff that we was reacting to, of course, you already know those don't ever get old. I can hear them things over and over because it's just funny to me. Thank y'all so much for love and support that you guys show on a continual basis. Seriously, whether you like, you comment, you subscribe, you share, you cop the merch, shopperky.com. Link is in the description down below. A Cure Patient is a Lost Customer has been out. One of my favorites that Yahuwah has dropped because it's true. This world operates off of business. Everything is business to them. And you being cured is having them lose out on business. So they don't want to cure you. That's just the one of many that I have on the website. Praise Yahuwah and Yahusha for the stuff that they dropped here. And it's now physically on shirts and hoodies and crew necks and zip up. So check it out. Shopperky.com. Link is in the description down below. And when you buy, may you please take a picture and send it to me so I can feature you on the website along with the shout out. So thank you to those in advance that have been buying and supporting. I truly appreciate it. I do want to say that I know y'all see we are on the road to 900,000 people, y'all. 900,000 people. That is so close to 1 million. That is crazy, but I just have to, I'm stuttering. I have to give all kabod and all esteem to my Saba Yahuwah, my Abba, my Adoni, Yahusha HaMashiach for blessing me with everything because it's them. They're operating in and through me. I'm just a vessel that they work in and through, so I have to give credit and honor where it's due. And I'm just a steward over what they rightfully own. So I just give all kabod and all esteem to my Saba and my Abba. So all praises go unto them. All go back unto the Creator. So hallelujah, the Most High, the Almighty. Can search high and low. You will never find one. Mika Mocha, who is like Yahuwah and Yahusha HaMashiach? Nobody. So hallelujah and all esteem go unto them. That is it for this video. I'm going to react to some more. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed one, and I will see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
Can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.